The purpose of showing this video is to provide guidance to the justice members as we determine the sufficiency in substance of the third impeachment complaint. So it seems that the Secretariat is ready. Kindly play the video of these three DepEd officials.
Okay, I understand, ma'am, Yusek, that you have a statement. Meron po kayong statement na sasabihin. You are now recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before I start, I just want to say that this is a very difficult thing to do, and I apologize to my children who didn't like me to join this session, and also my colleagues who are my friends, but I have to read my statement. My name is Gloria Humamil Mercado, and I have dedicated over 40 years to public service in the government of the Philippines. In my last year with government, I served as the Undersecretary for Human Resource and Organizational Development of the Department of Education. I was appointed as DepEd Undersecretary by President Marcos, as recommended by Vice President Sara Semerman Duterte in 2022, and I assumed office in August of 2022 and February 2022. In February 2023, I was designated as the head of the procuring entity of DepEd. As one of the signatories of DepEd's checking account, alongside Undersecretary for Finance, Annalyn Sevilla, I signed checks related to all funds, and recall that some of the checks that I signed amounted to 37,500,000 pesos. Between February 2023 to September 2023, I received a total of 9 envelopes labeled Hope, my concurrent position in DepEd during that time. These envelopes were handed to me mostly by Assistant Secretary Sunshine Fajarda, which she says came directly from Vice President Duterte. What she would typically say as she hands the envelope. It would appear that I received this envelope by virtue of my office as Hope. Attorney Fajarda is the wife of Edward Fajarda, who is the Special Disbursement Officer. Although the exact date evades recollection, sometimes during the course of my tenure with DepEd, a member of my staff informed me that an inquiry was made by one of our officers in the field that Mr. Fajarda had made inquiries about the bank accounts of several individuals, and if divulging such information to him was permitted. My office confirmed that it was upon the instruction of the Office of the Secretary. Evidently, it would appear that regional directors and other employees on the field would also receive sums on top of the regular salaries. Sometimes in October 2023, as the likelihood of a bidding failure for DepEd computerization have become apparent, I was approached by Attorney Monsayak, and he suggested in the presence of other officials who was with me that the bidders should just discuss among themselves. Mag-usap-usap na lang para hindi masayang yung pera ng 2023. I firmly asserted that the procurement must be implemented and conducted in strict adherence with the rules. Sometimes on the 3rd or 4th week of October, I was summoned by Zulaika Lopez, the Chief of Staff of the Vice President and Undersecretary of OBP. I was informed that I should tender my resignation effective that day. I refused to resign, and I insisted on departing from service through voluntary retirement. The timing of my meeting with Ms. Zulaika struck me as more than coincidental. It gave me the impression that my candid responses was the real reason behind the push to relieve me of my office. It was as if I had become an unwelcome obstacle, despite simply doing my job as Hope and Undersecretary of Human Resource of DepEd. Prior to my meeting with Ms. Zulaika, there were other undersecretaries and assistant secretaries who were summoned also, and were also summoned, all of the same purpose of informing them that they should tender their resignation effective on the same day. I signed my affidavit.
Does the endorser confirm that this is one of the video?
Yes, Madam Chair.
All right. Are there any other videos? Because I understand that there are 3 DepEd officials. This is Mercado.
Catalan and Osias.
Do we have videos of Catalan and Osayas?
Yes. Is there? There. Not at the moment.
It will be played.
Yes.
Aside from your allowance, from your regular budget, nakakatanggap po ba kayo ng envelope just like Yusek Mercado and Director Osias from ASEC Fajarda?
Yes, sir.
Magkakano?
Minimal amount lang po.
Which is how much po?
It's not even,
Magkano po?
It's 25,000.
25,000. How many times po?
9?
Ilan?
9 times.
9 times. From what month up to what month? Let me guess. From February to September?
I think so, sir.
So, nung September po, tumigil na.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just like Yusek Mercado. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, thank you po.
So, just kindly state, Madam Endorser, the person in the video, that is? The person in the video, I think that's Miss Catalan.
Catalan, yes, yes, Madam
Because
Chair.
you are the one in the video. Do you recall, Honorable Chua, the position of Miss Catalan?
Yes, Madam Chair.
What is her position in DepEd?
I think she is also connected with the bidding.
Bidding? Bidding
Yes,
process?
Bidding, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, so
Madam Chair, she's the chief accountant.
Chief
Ah,
Accountant.
chief accountant. Sorry.
Now we will proceed to the last video. I suppose this is Osayas.
Madam Chair.
Tanong lang po, would you also receive envelopes from Ms. Shine Paharda? Parang ikinuwento ni Yusek Mercado, envelope containing cash.
All right, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, no, I must be candid about this. I must say I did, but I didn't know because I was new in the department. I thought it was a practice of the department. I thought, the very first time I encountered that matter, sir, was sometime in April of 2023. I didn't know I was summoned to the office of ASEC Shine, and then I was given an envelope. And it was later on I found out that there was money in it, but it was not because I was a back member or whatever yet, because I was not at that time.
At that last hearing, sabi ni Yusek Mercado, kung natatandaan ko, 9 envelopes yung natanggap niya amounting to 50,000 each. Sa inyo pong pagkakaalala, hanggang kailan kayo nakatanggap na envelope? Ilan?
It started April. I think it was until September of that year.
Up to September 2023?
Yes, sir. But if I recall it right, I was only summoned about 4 times to the office.
4 times?
Yes.
Up to September 2023?
Yes, sir.
So yung last quarter po, wala na kayo natanggap?
Wala na po. Wala.
So in other words, wala kayong envelope na natanggap ng 4th quarter ng 2023. Tama po?
Yes, sir.
Mukhang sumakto ah. Sa panahon na hindi na ginamit ng DepEd yung confidential fund for the last quarter nang pumuputok ng issue ng confidential fund. Anyway, Mr. Osias, I think this was also mentioned by the VP na press conference na magkano po pala yung laman? Magkano po laman ng envelope?
I think it was something like between 12 to 15, sir. Hindi ko na ho matandaan yung laman talaga.
12 to 15,000.
Very minimal amount, yes, sir.
Attorney Ucias admitted that he has received envelopes. I'm not saying it's wrong, no? It can be an appreciation thing or a love gift, whatever it might be. I don't think it's wrong. Pero if that is actually the habit of the secretary to give envelopes to her people, I wonder if only Yusek Mercado or you receive envelope. Perhaps Yusek Mempin should also say something about that, or anybody here among the DepEd family. Because as I've said, no, when you receive an envelope, there was no thinking that there's anything wrong with that. Wala kaming inaiisip na masama yan. Just, you're under oath, and just tell us about it, and thank you for telling us that.
Again, so for the record, the videos were shown for the guidance of the justice members in the determination of the sufficiency in substance.
Madam Chair.
Madam Chair,
Let us recognize first the endorser before we recognize the justice members.
I just wanted to put on record that Mr. Osias was the former chair of the Bids and Awards Committee.
That is noted, Honorable De Lima. Honorable Suntay?
Yeah, I just also want to put on record that, in fact, the video actually supports my earlier statement. Not kagaya yung binigay kay the first one, Mercado. She allegedly received an envelope, not from the Vice President, but from someone, but she was not asked to do anything. While she was a member of the BAC, in fact, sinabi niya sa statement niya, there was a bidding, magfe-fail yung bidding, and it did not push through. So, ibig sabihin, it was not to influence her because the bidding did not push through dahil magfe-fail bidding nga eh. Secondly, Catalan said she was the chief accountant. Ang testimony niya was, yes, she got an envelope, she was a chief accountant, but she did not say that she was made to doctor any books. Now, Usayas, yung statement niya, he was not even a member of the BAC at the time. Yun yung statement niya. If we could play it again. Then it must mean that if there was indeed money being given, or envelopes being given, it It was given randomly to people, not in exchange for anything. Because the video was very clear. Thank you, Madam Chair.
The Honorable Chua.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, if I remember it correctly, during the question and answer portion between this humble representation and Mercado, I even asked Yusek Mercado, saan po binibigay yung envelope? Yun po ay binibigay po sa mismong opisina ng secretary.
Madam Chair, wala na
I'm
sa
not
video
yet,
yan.
I'm not yet finished. Let me finish first. Now, having said that na, Madam Chair, ito naman po ay determination lamang tayo ng recital ng facts of the offense charge. Yung pong defense na sinasabi po ni Honorable Bong Sontay, pwede po yung ilabas pagdating po sa mismong hearing proper sa Senado. But in the meantime, we are at the point of determining the substance. Now, Madam Chair, insofar as the manifestation of Honorable Sontay a while ago, that this video are not included in the complaint. However, under our rules, Section 6, Rule 3, it provides that once we determine that there is sufficient in form and substance, we will request the respondent to submit their answer. Tama po ba? And then after 3 days, may reply. At po pwede po sa mga to mag-attach ng mga documentary evidence, additional evidence, in fact, even affidavit and counter affidavit. So we are not limited dito po sa mga naka-attach lamang dito. Ito po, later on, o pwede po yan, once mga pleadings na, nagpalitan na, dito po. But for now, we should first determine if there is sufficiency in substance by just reading the facts if there is an offense charge. Yun lang po.
Madam Chair, short reply lang.
Honorable
Very, very
Sontay.
short. Yes, well, tama yung sinabi ni Rep. Joel Chua, and I'm happy that he read it from our rules. Ang sinabi niya, once there is a determination of sufficiency in form and substance, we could receive additional proof. Then, well, there is still no determination in sufficiency in substance at this point. So it's premature to introduce it now. Pero hindi naman ako nag-object eh. Hindi naman ako nag-object. Dahil actually maganda nga na pinakita natin yung video because it supports my earlier statement. Now, and lastly, yung akin naman, while I know ito, yung hearing natin na ngayon is determination of form and substance lang. Itong mga tanong ko lang naman at observation is being brought out because I want us to use the same parameters na ginamit natin sa impeachment complaint kay President BBM. Which, andun din ako eh. And we did exactly the same thing. So I just want us to use the same parameters. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Sontay.